Hey folks, this is Todd Martin. I am your AP Bio teacher, and this is your summer AP homework. Try to make this kind of quick. Going to introduce myself here real briefly, kind of give you a little bit of background, and then get after it as far as what you guys need to do and your expectations. So, a little bit about me. That's me in the middle with my wife and two kids. So, just letting you know I'm a human being. If you try to get a hold of me during the summertime, I'm probably either diving. I run the dive group out of Maple Grove Senior High. We go to Grand Cayman every year for about a week or two. So I'll be diving, this year, June 18th to the 25th, but each year is a little different. Or I'll be spending my summer at our cabin. My family and I move up to our cabin for pretty much the entire summer. Fish, hang out, just relax. So I'm looking forward to the summer. But I'll also be available from time to time to check emails and answer questions and things like that. So if you don't hear from me for a couple of days, it's because we don't have Wi-Fi and I need to go to town, but I check it about every other day or so. Yeah, that would be my view from my deck pretty much all summer long. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, a little bit about me, background academically. I have a degree in biology from the University of Minnesota Duluth. I worked for the DNR as a fisheries biologist for a year and then decided that that wasn't going to be my long-term goal. I went back and got my Master's of Education from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. And then I started at Maple Grove Senior High in 1998. This was my first job. I was nominated for Education Minnesota Teacher of the Year in 2013 and 2018 by students and staff, and I have been an AP Bio teacher since 2012. So what are you signed up for? What is AP Bio? Well, AP Bio is a challenging academic course. You're going to hear that quite a bit. It kind of depends on the pace that you are wanting to put into the whole thing. It's graded like a college course. So everything is summative. This will be a little bit of a change for many of you. There's very few entries in the grade book, only about 8 to 10 per trimester or so. And there are no retakes. It makes for kind of a nervous first couple of tests. But as the year goes on, students get used to it and it's not so bad. But it is an adjustment for you. There's college credit available, but my experience over the past 6 years, even if students get 4s and 5s on this, a lot of colleges don't want to give students the biology credit. So basically they'll just say, well, hey, we'll give you some general credits towards your graduation in college. So you do get college credit, but most likely not in biology. So just know what you're getting into here. It's a pretty difficult national test. It's about the third most difficult national test. The pass rate, which is a score of 3, is about 60% nationally. Maple Grove Senior High is somewhere around 65%. It kind of fluctuates year to year. Your class and every class after that will have a different format for the test. They're changing up the number of FRQs or essays on the test next year. And they're doing a couple of things differently, but ultimately, we're expecting that pass rate to keep rising a little bit. So here's my expectations for summer homework. AP Bio requires nationally that students that take AP Bio have already taken a full year of biology. This gets us into some sketchy territory because there's a lot of things that I'm going to expect that you know about or are comfortable with before you get into my classroom. So myself and a teacher from Osseo Senior High and a teacher from Park Center Senior High came up with the summer homework a couple of years ago, and we've been adding to it ever since. The plan is not perfect. I wish you could actually take a summer course of biology, but basically what we've got is this summer coursework through Schoology. There's the access code for Schoology. We'll come back to this page in 1 second here. You can pause it at any time and take a look at it too, write it down. But I'll show you what the Schoology page looks like. So that's going to look something like this. Once you log in, there's required coursework here, and you need to roll through the different topics. I've kind of assigned like how much time each topic probably takes most students. I've been told it's relatively accurate. Some students work faster than others, but let's open up topic 1 here. There's a couple of videos. Usually try to make it so that there's a couple of different videos and maybe a little reading on something, and then a quiz. The quiz needs to be submitted, so you just basically take the quiz online and then you submit your quiz score. So you can take a screenshot of it, or you can just submit it as a PDF file and say, hey, I got a whatever out of whatever. There are carbon notes that you'd need to take. So like if you're watching through these things or reading through this stuff, take a page of notes or something like that. We essentially wanted to make sure that students were actively taking notes on the material that they were trying to learn. So you'll have a couple little sections of that, a couple of readings for this next section, then another quiz, and then the notes and a quiz submission. Okay, so that's topic one. And as you can see, there's a number of different topics here. Carbon, cells, cell types, respiration, mitosis, meiosis, stuff that you are probably familiar with, but will need some revision. And there's some of it that gets a lot more technical than what you learned in like your 8th grade science class. So ultimately, your job will be to get through the first part of this. Let's see here. Go back to this one. Your job will be to get through this and try to complete it so that you understand what's going on. If you feel like you understand it, you're probably doing just fine. If you're a little anxious about it, find some quizzes and tests online. Review the material, find out what you think that you need, and then check with me if you need to. Send me an email. Okay. The expectation is that by July 15th, somewhere around July 15th, the middle of July, that you're about 50% complete with all of the information. Administration and I have looked at this. Last year, we had a total of 60 students that didn't complete the summer homework. Those 60 students, at the end of first trimester, there were a ton of C's, B's, D's. There was a couple F's in there. Those students were really, they weren't meeting the expectations. And we had to let them drop down to HP Bio. I would like to avoid that, and admin is saying, hey, look, if this year's group doesn't have 50% completion by the middle of July, we'll probably just yank them from the class and put them into HP because they're showing that they're not capable of keeping up with the pace. Now, if you've got something going on, you're traveling, for a month and you won't really have access to things, just let us know. We'll work it out. So no big deal. The completion of this whole thing is foundational to your success. So you want to make sure that you're doing it as best you can. And then when we return back to school in September, we'll have some review and a cumulative test on that first week of school. It'll be worth about 5% of your grade, but it's really an indicator to me and to you as to what materials you understood or did not understand. So that is pretty much everything that you need to know. Hopefully it's informative and quick enough. My email is martint@district279.org in case you need to get a hold of me. I didn't put it on here, but I should have. And like I say, I'll be on email probably about every day, every other day. So good luck, keep in touch, and let me know if you have any problems.